The day my parents gave me a 2-day ultimatum to leave my grandparents' house, I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I didn't beg. I just nodded once, said okay, and walked away, like a woman who had already lost. Behind me, I heard my sister laugh. What none of them knew was that upstairs, inside a wall safe, there was a sealed envelope that was about to destroy every plan they had made. My name is Ava Mitchell. I'm 27 years old, and the house they wanted me to leave was never just a house. It was a stone farmhouse on a quiet rise above the water. Deep windowsills, old pine floors, a back porch that caught the last gold light every evening. My grandparents had lived there for decades. To my family, it was valuable coastal property. To me, it was the only place I had ever felt chosen instead of tolerated. When my grandmother's memory started failing, it was slow at first. She left tea boiling on the stove. She put sugar in the refrigerator. She once looked right at me and called me by her sister's name. I was in graduate school then, driving back from Providence every weekend, then every few days, then nearly every day. I became the one who kept the pill organizer filled, called the home nurse, paid the heating bill, and sat through long, silent evenings, while the television played to a room running out of time. My parents always had an excuse. A business trip, a client dinner, a gala. My younger sister Chloe came once with flowers, took 3 photos by the hydrangeas, posted one online with a caption about cherishing family, and left before dinner. Because she had reservations in Newport. I was at the sink washing dishes while she laughed loudly on the phone outside, saying old houses smelled depressing. My grandmother was asleep in the next room. My grandfather heard every word. He didn't say anything, but I saw the way his jaw locked. After my grandmother died, he changed. He got quieter, but sharper, like grief had burned the fog out of him and left only the truth. One night, as I helped him into bed, he squeezed my wrist and said calmly, "They're not waiting for me to get better, Ava. They're waiting for me to be done." Then he added, "You are the only one. Whoever came here for us. Everyone else came for what comes after us." A week later, he asked me to drive him to see a lawyer, an estate attorney named Ethan Rowe. Quiet, precise, impossible to rush. My grandfather trusted him. That afternoon, Ethan had prepared something I didn't expect, an irrevocable trust. The house would transfer into it. I would be sole trustee. It was structured so no one could pressure me into selling, mortgaging, or walking away from it. My grandfather signed. I signed where Ethan told me to sign. Then we drove home, and he slept better than he had in months. After my grandfather passed, I finalized the transfer and said nothing. Ethan advised me to wait. He said my family would reveal their intentions much more clearly if they believed. I was defenseless. He was right. That was when I prepared the safe. Inside it, I placed a sealed envelope with my grandfather's handwriting on the front. Inside, a notarized copy of the trust, a letter from Ethan confirming the transfer, a flash drive with an audio recording my grandfather had made in his final weeks. And on top of everything, one plain sheet of paper that read, "If you are reading this because you came looking for something to take, then you already know why you were left out." On Friday they arrived, my father walking like a man who expected the scene to go his way, my mother already performing offense, my sister in tall boots she shouldn't have worn on gravel. My father went straight to the study. My mother stood at the window. Chloe leaned over his shoulder, the way she always did at bakery cases, deciding which thing to take without paying for it herself. The safe clicked open. Then my father went still. He read the top sheet once. Then the color drained from his face. My mother grabbed the papers. She read faster, then slower, then once more like. The words might rearrange themselves if she refused to accept them. Chloe grabbed the flash drive and asked what it even was, her voice already thin. My grandfather's voice played through the room, clear, calm, and unmistakably certain. He said he had not been confused. He said he was protecting the house from people who saw it as money. He said he chose the granddaughter who had been there. They left 10 minutes later without pretending anything. My mother forgot her purse and had to come back for it. My father didn't look at me when he walked out. Chloe did, and if hatred had a temperature, the room would have cracked from it. The phone calls started immediately. 6 in 10 minutes. Then 8 more. Then voicemails, breathless and shaking. Please don't file anything else. We need to talk as a family. Then colder. You don't understand what you're doing. Then quieter, which was somehow worse, please. I saved every message. I didn't answer a single one. I saved the house because I stayed when staying was hard, not because I was smarter or colder than everyone else, but because when there was nothing glamorous about it, nothing profitable, and no audience to applaud, I stayed anyway. In the end, that mattered more than charm, more than entitlement, more than blood. Real family isn't defined by who demands access when something becomes valuable. It's defined by who shows up when life is inconvenient, exhausting, and unphotographable. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is quietly make sure. The truth is waiting, already sealed, already signed, already real, in a safe they were never supposed to open.